Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a short installment on the oil wash technique of weathering which I use on my models. So the subject today is this CoPro 72nd scale MiG-21 BIS that I've painted up in the Tactical Air Combat Development Establishment paint scheme of this red and white stripes which existed back in the 90s. Now I'm going to use the oil wash technique. This technique was not invented by me. It's been there for ages. But I'm just going to show you how easy it is to weather the surfaces of the model with oil paints which are generally available in India. So to begin with, out here on the right side of your screen you can see the Camel Artist Distilled Turpentine, and it mentions it's for oil colors, so that's the thinner we're going to use. Then I have a bottle of dishwashing liquid. You can use any dishwashing liquid, but I use the Vim one, the one with the lemon fragrance. A set of 2 brushes, one thick old one and a fairly new thin one. That's for the mixing. A little container for the oil paints, and a set of cotton Q-tips, and you're going to need more than just 2 of them. Of course, you're also going to need your paints. So I have this set from Pebeo, and this is the set of Artist's oil paints. One is black and the other is brown. So I'm going to use the black one. Now I'll just open the lid up. And in this container, I'll put a little blob of paint here. And that's just about as much paint as you would need to weather the entire 72nd scale model, or maybe 2. Now I'm going to use the distilled turpentine. I'm going to open the lid up, and with a pipette I'm going to take a few drops of the turpentine, and I'm going to pour it over the paint in the container. Now I'm not sure of the ratios that I mix in, so I'm going to just eyeball the ratios. But it comes out to probably roughly around 10 parts thinner to 1 part paint. Now here you can see me mixing it, and you see that it's pretty thick at the moment. So I'm going to pour a little more of this turpentine. Again, I'm going to take it with the pipette and a few more drops. Start mixing, and you can see that the consistency is changing to a kind of muddy consistency, though I want it a slightly more thin consistency. You can see it's not flowy. We need the wash to flow, so I'm adding a bit of water to it to make it flow a little better. And you see that it's started to mix up a little bit better and flow a little bit better. And now I'll add a few drops of the dishwashing liquid. Now the dishwashing liquid actually breaks the surface tension of water inside the mixture and makes it easier to flow. So I'm just adding a couple of more drops of the thinner. And now I'm going to mix it. And you can see that now it's in this runny consistency, which is what we need for the wash to be able to flow within the nooks and crannies of the model. And now begins the main work, which is applying the wash, and I am using the pin wash method here as opposed to the sludge wash. Now in the sludge wash you actually take a wide bristled brush and you load it up with the wash, and you just slather over the wash over the entire model. Whereas in a pin wash, what you're actually trying to achieve is that you put the wash only in the nooks and crannies and the rivets all around the aircraft, and you're not slathering the wash over the entire model. So you're just going panel by panel, line by line, and you're trying to ensure that the wash only gets into those spots that you want. And finally, then I take a damp cotton Q-tip and start erasing the wash. I've just left it to dry for about 2 to 3 minutes and it's ready to be wiped off. So I wipe off the excess wash from the areas that I think it should not be with a damp cotton Q-tip. On the control surfaces, I go forward to back, which means in the direction of flow of air as the aircraft would pass through. Whereas on the rear portion here, you can see I'm going top to bottom because that's how the washes, the grease and the oil spills occur on the rear side of the aircraft. So I'm just trying to ensure that I replicate the exact effect that I'm after. Right, now you see me putting a few dots of the brown oil paint. And basically this method is called the dot filter method. So you put random dots of the paint that you require over the surface, and then you dampen the brush with a little bit of thinner, and you simply try and erase as much of the wash as is possible so that it leaves just a glazing effect, also known as a filter. So that's about it. That's as easy as it gets. And you can achieve some very nice weathering results with oil washes. Leave a comment below if you liked the content and the process. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.